So throughout the comment section of the last week, I've been seeing that a lot of people have been interested in the new HINATA. So I put up a question on Twitter where I should put her in the tier list just so I can give kind of an example of how good she can be. Of course, you could look at videos, but there's not always like all the situations, right? HINATA, just by looking at her, you can see what she does. But you can't say, oh, every match she's gonna be perfect for this, or every match she's not gonna be good for this. I'm gonna be reading the replies, but what does HINATA do? HINATA is mainly a tank, and she has no speed. The thing about her is her jutsu. Her jutsu can be very, very good. Let me actually bring up the translation. Her jutsu is a very interesting one because not only she has 60k health, but she gives herself 30% damage reduction. And she does have 80% chance of speed reducting your enemy. Giving herself 30% damage reduction is literally just giving herself 30% extra health, right? But here's one thing. There are units that ignore damage reduction. We'll talk about that in a bit. But the big thing about her is the resets. The resets are 50% chance of resetting. Should you get the ability though, I don't think that she's gonna be a unit that you're gonna be resetting and then when she comes back you do the ultimate, because I'm pretty sure, I don't know if the wiki can back me up on this, but she's gonna have a really bad time getting ultra combos, and if she doesn't get an ultra combo, or they don't have the hit count. But here's the thing. The ultimate for the normal jutsu for her is this one. Boom. This is the hitbox. The hitbox is Madara's. You can hit shoot people really easily. I don't know the hit count for her. If she can get an ultra combo and come back, she can do a lot of stuff. The only issue with her really is that she doesn't have immobilization resistance. That would be so huge for her. If she had an ability with immobilization resistance, but you could potentially get a reset, get some chakra and do an ultimate with her, which would be really good. It's only if you face this guy, because this guy, he ignores damage reduction. He ignores damage reduction and he obliterates any wisdom unit in sight. But I do believe that HINATA is really good. What I've been seeing is that most people put her in an A tier. A tier, B, if she's maxed in A. I don't think that if she's maxed in A, because really the abilities, I mean, ignoring substitution is like the best ability and it's the first one, right? So it's, ignoring substitution is huge, by the way. With the amount of units dodging nowadays, really good. Really good. Nullify knockback is okay. 10% chance of getting, that's actually pretty good because let's say you do get a reset, but you don't get enough ultra combos for an ultimate when she comes back. If you get hit and she gets a chakra, that can be really useful. I can see usability for this. The resets for 50% though. I mean, I don't think you need her maxed for her to be an A tier. I think she's an A tier out the bat. This doesn't make sense. F, he probably didn't even know what we're talking about. B tier, A, S, no, that's kind of exaggeration. B, A, yeah, most people agree, and I agree that she's an A tier unit. She's really good. And you think, oh, A tier, that's not one of the best, right? Yeah, I don't think she's one of the best units. I don't think she's up there with Minato. I don't think she's, oh, by the way, I never actually made a video on this tier list, but we made this tier list live with over 300 people watching, and I was like, oh, should I put this unit here? Should I put this unit here? And at the end of it, we came in an agreement that this was the quote-unquote perfect tier list. And I do agree that HINATA is an A tier. She's up there with Sakura. Sakura is a goofball because when she came out, everyone was hyping up for her to be the best unit in the game, but she's good. She's not the best though. I do believe she's as good as like Sasori, I do think she's better than Skill Madara. The thing is that a lot of people don't know how to play, and they see Skill Madara and they're like super scared of him. Skill Madara, he's good to destroy noobs, but like people that know how to play and have Sage Mode Naruto are gonna destroy you. I do believe she's really good. She could have the potential of going to the S tier. I don't know if I'm confident enough for that though. I really don't think I'm confident enough to put her in the S tier though. But I do believe she's really good. She's really, really good. But again, we have to talk about the scenario where she's not going to be very good. But when she gets the ultimate, she's going to be one-shotting anyone, like 14.5 towards 1, 85% chance of chakra recovery ceiling, and reduces their chakra. It's pretty much Minato's ultimate. Let me bring up Minato. When Minato does the ultimate, which is like one of Minato's best things, right? The best thing about Minato is that when he ults, even if someone dodges his ult, he's still rolling them back and getting their chakra by 2. She doesn't roll them back, but she's still taking their chakra by 3, which is basically like, oh, this guy has an ultimate with skill Madre. Boom, doesn't have it anymore, right? And because she ignores dodge, she will always hit it. Unless maybe he has like perfect dodge, I guess. No, but no one uses perfect dodge. She can be really good. Her banner. Oh, we don't have here. I know there is in the Reddit, so let me bring up the Reddit real quick and find it. Her banner is also really good. A lot of people criticize me for talking shit about Sakura's banner. Sakura's banner was awful. Sakura's banner was really bad. But Hinata's banner is really good. Let me see if yeah, it's all showing up. Hinata's banner, one of the quote-unquote featured units is Rage Obito, which is the best PvP unit in the game. And Minato, which I just talked about, which is, again, the second best PvP unit in the game. So we have a banner that actually has good featured units. I told people to not summon for Sakura, not because Sakura was bad, but because the units that you could get on Sakura's banner were like Heart Itachi, which is like, what tier is even Heart Itachi? It's like a C tier unit, and then was this Kill Sasuke right here, which is a D tier. Like, it was really bad. But then we have Hinata, which like Kakashi is also really good. Like, a lot of people don't look too much about Kakashi, they underestimate Kakashi, but Kakashi is also really good. And Rage Obito is in here. So whatever you get from like this step right here, if you're a person that only summons on Blazing Dash because you really care about PvP, this is a banner where you're probably gonna go out of it with really good stuff. So if you actually want to summon for it, I would encourage you to do so. This banner is actually good. Again, you can take my word because I told people, don't summon for Sakura. Sakura's banner is not good. Sakura is okay, but the Sakura's banner was awful. This banner is good. And I do want to place Hinata in the A tier. I'm not going to place her right now because I screwed up my tier list thing, but I do want to place Hinata in the A tier alongside all these. Kakashi. Here's one thing, is that she is not a unit that relies on her abilities, or I mean on the effects of her jutsu. Because you have a unit like Kakashi, right? Kakashi and Sakura, let's take an example. Both of these are nothing special. All they do is rely on the percentage chance of their normal jutsu. Hinata does not fall in that category because Hinata, when she jutsus, she has an 80%, which is really high, of speed reduction. Speed reduction is like nothing special. It can be very good. I don't know exactly the percentage of her speed reduction. I assume it's like 15%, 10%. It's nothing really great, but that's not her point. The point is that she has a really high amount of health, and she gives herself 30% damage reduction for 4 seconds. 4 seconds is until she comes back. 4 seconds lasts a long time. To put in perspective, killing Sasuke's immobilization is 2 seconds. She's doing double that. So it's until she comes back, probably. Unless she gets immobilized, which again is one of her biggest things. I would say if you put her behind Minato, because Minato gives a 40% lesser chance of being immobilized, she probably is gonna work out pretty good. Yeah, it could be a good option. She is really good. I didn't want to make her, like, I always like to downplay units so people don't like summon for them and wait for a better unit to come. But she's a really good unit, and the field skill, her field skill is the same as Rage Obito, where she reduces the chance of someone to dodge, which is really interesting. That body skill is okay. I guess it can be really good. But goddamn, the combo of normal jutsuing, you cannot miss the normal jutsu, and it has the size of CJ6 Peb's Mother, which again, I have CJ6 Peb's Mother open right here, I'm gonna talk about him in a second. Is really good. But now, some of the reasons why you might not want to summon for her. Mother is a thing. This Mother obliterates her because he ignores damage reduction. And I mean, she does have a lot of health, but she ain't doing much damage on him. And he really does a lot of damage. He does a what? 38k on his normal jutsu, and it's AoE. I mean, it's still not a one-shot or anything, but he still destroys her. And we have CJ6 Peb's Mother, which is really close to get a limit break. I'm crossing my fingers. Sage of 6 Peb's Mother is getting his limit break next week. And if he does so, he's gonna be a really good counter for Hinata. I'm thinking right now, maybe they did release this Hinata to counter kind of Sage of 6 Peb's Mother, because the whole shtick of Sage of 6 Peb's Mother is that he's a unit that dodges and has damage reduction. If you eliminate dodge, that's already like one of the things that are crossing Madara off. And maybe they released this Hinata with ignoring substitution and being a wisdom type to kind of counter Madara. I don't know. She does have a lot of stuff that kind of counter him, like not only she ignores dodge, but you can get the ultimate and reduce chakra by 3, so even if he doesn't die through the ultimate, he still doesn't get his ultimate, because one of the things that really made Mother powerful was that you maybe like do a jutsu with him, get a reset, and because you could dodge and damage reduct, people maybe not would be able to kill you until you come back and have an ultimate, for example. So it was one of the things really strong about Madara, and she kind of counters that, not necessarily that in specific, but she kind of counters that. So maybe Madara is gonna come back next week for JP once he hopefully gets his limit break, and Hinata could be kind of a counter for him. Can see much depends on how much damage he does. He could kind of mess up Hinata, but because of her damage reduction, I can see her being a really good tank for his normal jutsus. Again, Hinata could be a unit made to be a counter for CJ6 Peb's Mother, which would be a very interesting idea to think about. But this is my take on Hinata. I do think she's a really good unit. Again, a lot of people didn't like me talking shit about Sakura's banner, but you gotta admit, this banner is good. Like, you get a Blazing Bash unit right here, which is, it could be any Blazing Bash, so it could even be Sakura if you want her. You get the rates up. Unfortunately, it's only 0.33, but it's the usual nowadays. And this step, no matter who you're getting, it's a good unit. Kakashi is the worst one of them, I would say, but still a good unit. And if you pull Minotaur or Obito, they're the top 2 best units in the game. And Hinata herself is really good. So, global next week. Wait for maybe if you want to see if Madara gets his limit break. I don't know, maybe you're worried about that. But she's gonna be a very devastating unit on PvP. I can totally see it. Maybe even a combo of a rotation that has both Wisdom Hinatas, right? This Wisdom Hinata, of course, I'm talking about. She gives a 300 attack boost to her. That could be really good. So thank you guys for watching. Please do your own decisions, but this is my take on it.